It has been 3 months, and some nurses are still awaiting payment for work done at the island's vaccination blitz in March and April. According to the Nurses Association of Jamaica (NAJ), its members have been getting the runaround from the Ministry of Health, and they are at wit's end. President of the NAJ, Patsy Edwards-Henry, says the nurses affected are from specific regions.
A number of nurses who have worked at the blitz sites have not been paid. Number of nurses in the Southeast Regional Health Authority and a number of nurses in the Southern Regional Health Authority have not been paid. We understand that there were some glitches with the Southern region and the forms came in late, but we're not understanding why, since the last outcry, persons have not been paid.
Mrs. Edwards-Henry disclosed that the NAJ has been making inquiries about the delayed payments.
I had dialogue with the permanent secretary, who told me that it was the region who was responsible for paying the nurses. Then I had dialogue with the region, who told me that it was the ministry who was responsible for paying the nurses. So the nurses have not been paid. And there are nurses who have not been paid. And if they ask for the evidence, you look at me.
On June 7, the Ministry of Health said 83% of the 4,000 persons who were engaged as blitz workers had received the agreed stipend, and it was working to complete the other payments. Now, with more vaccination blitzes on the horizon, the NAJ president says nurses are demotivated.
And as a result of that, the Southern region had challenges getting persons to work for the second blitz. So it's probably, the fact that we were out of vaccines probably is a blessing in disguise.
How much of a challenge was that for the Southern region?
Well, they eventually got persons to work. And as you know, the blitz that they had for the second dose would not have been as intense as the original blitz, when we were supposed to get those 75,000 vaccines out in 5 days. So we didn't have as many vaccines, so we were not immunizing as many persons. So the intensity of the blitz for the second doses was not as, it was not as stressful as the initial blitz.
Shane Masters, Frontline News.